All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome all. Andrew Brown here as we will get set and ready for game number 2 here of the Twin Bill. It is the second game of the doubleheader, and hey, let's go ahead before we get rocking here. Some lineups starting with the Xavier Saints. A lot of similarities, including Jack Casey up at the front of the lineup here. He'll be at short, followed by the second baseman in Driscoll, wearing number 7. And then Downey and the number 3 spot. He'll be at third for the fielding. And then Bo Mario will go from the mound to behind the plate as catcher. And he'll be followed by Tate Proskovic, who'll be doing the pitching duties for the Saints here. And then we'll be in the number 6 hole, Andrew Renner, the DHing for the left fielder in Lofswald. Honkamp, the center fielder, will be at number 7 spot, followed by Miller at first, and Brecht rounding out the lineup. He'll be camped out in right field for today's contest. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. Brandon Kummer up on the mound as he gets us rolling for game 2 here in this one. And he starts off with a 1-0 count. Kummer last year led the team with 74 strikeouts overall. Ended up with a 6-3 record. Batters hitting just .202 against him last year. Looking to add upon what was already, again, a really strong season for him. That one gets hit up high, and that one gets out into foul territory. An attempt, no go. As that foul ball will end up nothing more than allowed. Strike 1 to start off. Again, Jack Casey up at the plate. Last time up, he reached the base pass in 2 out of 3 trips, went 1 for 3 overall. And again, here Kummer with the pitch. That one gets hit up high. That one will be playable, though, in the infield. Rogopoulos will watch it come down in his glove as Kummer puts down a dangerous hitter here in the pop-out, and that is a quick out number 1 here for the home squad. And up next, another dangerous hitter in Driscoll, who last time in the last game reached in 2 out of the 3 trips. Or 1 out of 3 trips, had a sacrifice and a walk. And he swings at the first one he sees. A good hack, but comes up empty there. 0-1 now the count. And now the pitch. That one nicely done there, but could not come up with that one. So 0-2 the count, 1 down. Brandon Kummer, 74 Ks from a year ago. And the 0-2. And swings through that one. His first strikeout of 2025 goes for out number 2 here in game 2 of the Twin Bill. And now Jack Downey stepping on up to the plate. Trying to get things rolling here. Last time in game 1, he ended up 0 for 3. But looking to get his first hit here in 2025. Looks that one through for strike 1. So again, appreciate you coming along for the ride. Any thoughts or more, hit us up, let us know. We want to hear from you for sure. As the 0-1, that one is a nicely hit ball, but man, watched it go on the wrong side of the chalk line. Ends up on strike 2 territory. So again, the outlook here field-wise for the Golden Eagles includes Schumacher, Specht, and Toll in the outfield left to right. As Kummer will look through, get in the windup, and he'll take a hurl home. That one gets fouled back. In the infield, starting at third, Henker. Albert once again at short. Rogopoulos once again manned second base, followed by Ahlers, as he'll do the first base duties, and Brandt will be the new catcher behind the dish. Nagelmaker will be the DH here in that one, and that's 2 strikeouts here in the inning for Kummer as he sets him down. 1, 2, 3 go the Saints. And now a time here for the Golden Eagles to get up, coming up here in the bottom half. It will be Will Specht. Once again, he is doing the center field duties for today. And the Golden Eagle lineup will continue with J.P. Elbert once again in the 2 hole at shortstop. Fody Rogopoulos once again at the number 3 hole. He'll be the second baseman in today's contest. And, of course, beyond that, in the number 4 hole, the cleanup spot will be Bodie Nagelmaker, the DH. DHing for Graham Allers at first. Joe Hinker will be the number 5 hole man, and he, once again, is at third. He'll be followed by Brandon Cummer, the pitcher, in the number 6 hole. And the number 7 hole is Carter Brandt, the catcher. And the final 2 spots will be Charlie Toll, who will be doing duties in right field, followed by Brody Schumacher in left field. And, of course, now up on the mound here for the Xavier Saints, a guy that we know very, very well, and we've seen, again, the lineage, the Proskovic lineage has been just absolutely stellar. And, again, we got another one who steps into the shoes just perfectly here. Proskovic last year led this team in terms of strikeouts, 57 on the season. Teams hit just 222 against him. He allowed just 19 walks on the season. That's it. He ended up going 4-4. Also picked up a save opportunity there. And he led this team with 50 innings on the mound. One of the things that's been very dangerous about him, good downhill pitcher that finds his way into the corners quite often from what I've been told. And again, this is watching him is, again, watching a good pitching matchup. So in the end, if you are looking for a lot of high scoring, yeah, you might not get it here because we get a lot of good pitching once again. And as we continue on, again, I want to say thanks, everybody, for tuning into the broadcast here as we go into the bottom half of inning number 1 here. And everything is all empty. Will Specht looking to get his first knock of the 2025 season, looks at ball 1. So once again, appreciate you coming along for the ride here. Games have been moved up due to that impending weather that seems to be dotting the entire state. We'll see how far we get through with this one. Looks like we'll get through it all. Again, hold off that weather for us if you get the chance. Do a rain dance or opposite rain dance as that one shot to left field, but nicely played out there in left by Lofswald as that was tailing backwards. And Specht will head back to the dugout here and 1 out. And now J.P. Elbert stepping on up to the plate. Again, had a solid game in game 1. In fact, he reached base all 4 trips. 2 walks, 2 singles. He was one of the more dynamic hitters as that one gets shot back. Once again, make sure to catch up on highlights and more of games all across the state, not just this one, but across everywhere as you head to IA Sports, IA Baseball on X, on Instagram, on Facebook, and I believe TikTok as well. No fancy dances, but we still do have a lot of fun. That one swung through, and we are officially deemed out now, as that is 2 quick outs in a row here for Proskovic, as that was officially his first strikeout of the game. Now, Fody Rogopoulos coming on up here. He had a trio of hits in his first game. And it looks at ball 1 there. Rogopoulos, part of the local, part of one of the local teams that go the distance here. And again, American Legion ball, I should say. That one goes in there for a strike. So he was playing American Legion ball. Also did some training out of state, and really did a huge benefit to this team, as that one is foul tipped for strike 2. But again, University of Illinois commit was put on a lot of work here. Also part of that perfect game roster in which they took on Team Ontario. So again, a lot of baseball being played for both teams. A lot of these guys have been pretty much in mid-season forms for about the last couple months, really. So 2-2 here, the count. Rogopoulos stands in, and now the pitch. That one, a chopper out there. Nicely done. Got to give a shout out here to Coach Tischer with the good fielding. And that's without a glove, too. Again, already 3 hits into the 2025 season for Rogopoulos. Looking for another one here. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The pitch. And swings through that one. That's 2 strikes to wrap up the inning, half inning here for Praskovic. As that's how they go. 1, 2, and 3. Inning number 1, pretty quiet. Inning number 2 coming on up.
I love doing it. We go to all the state events. We work at all the state events, and you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you, and it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight, and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa, which is cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have 2 girls on the board to bring a girl's perspective, because I think it's really important to be very diverse and get different opinions.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bo Murillo is up at the plate here as he gets rocking with his first at-bat here in Game 2. Brandon Comer on the mound here for the Wahlert Catholic Golden Eagles. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Again, nice swing through there. Again, make sure to check out all that we have across rockfin.com/IA Baseball. Plenty of chances for you to catch up on all the great content and get you prepped for some big names that will be impacting 2025. So make sure to check that out today. That one gets hit up high, and that will have some carry to it. Specht will take a couple steps back, but he will record out number 1 here. A big hit from Murillo is now, unfortunately, that goes for the out. But a chance here now to continue on. Praskovic with his first time up with the bat here in this game number 2. Takes a look at strike 1. And Praskovic had a strikeout, hit by pitch, and strikeout across his 3 at-bats in Game 1. That one gets a little blooper out there, tailing out, but in foul territory. Comes down into the glove nicely of Wahlert as he will collect out number 1 or 2. So. Now Andrew Renner, the DH here, stepping on up to the plate. 2 quick out. Renner in Game 1 was unable to grab a hit, but you can't keep a guy like this down for too long. Looking for hit number 1 here. And he takes a look at ball 1 up and in. So make sure, once again, we have action at Prairie and North Polk. Cedar Rapids, Prairie, and North Polk are where we are also at. Make sure to check out that and many more. So, hey, as long as you get the chance to, again, check out rockfin.com/IA Baseball. Great content. And plus, make sure to check our weekly show every week, which will give you, again, we'll look at some of the players, some great coaches, and, of course, we'll go ahead and give you week one, the weeks prior, the teams, the all-team list and the position player list as well. So team rankings, individual rankings each week for you as well, and more on High and Tight. So 2-2 count here. A chance to get out of this one unscathed here. Brandon Comer with the pitch. Trying to paint the outside corner, but no Mistro, says Blue behind the dump. We have now brought it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There are 2 out, nobody on. And the delivery. That one, a high heater, ends up going through and try to connect, but no go. That's strikeout number 3 on the game for Comer, as he will once again set down the Saints 1, 2, and 3. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for a quick break, but when we come back, it will be the hometown squad in Wahlert with Nagelmaker, Hinker, and Comer when we return right here on the iBaseball Network.
I love doing it. We go to all the state events. We work at all the state events, and you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you, and it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa, which is cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have 2 girls on the board to bring a girl's perspective, because I think it's really important to be very diverse and get different opinions.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is officially a new inning, or new half inning, I should say, bottom of inning number 2. And it is the DH Bodie Nagelmaker stepping on up. 1-1 is the count here. Again, appreciate you coming along for the ride. Thanks again for making this a part of your day here. That is swung through a foul tip. So what are your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen? Hit us up, let us know. Got some rain around Cedar Rapids, I've been told. So hopefully we get through this one. For the most part, it's 2-2 here, the count. Proskovic with the pitch. Tried to send him packing, but in the end, it brings full 3-2. So once again, don't forget, more coming up, High and Tight, coming this week. Chance for you to catch up on some great conversations and a whole lot more. And a chance for you to get involved in the conversation as well. Make sure to hit us up, iabaseball1@gmail.com. Again, that's iabaseball1@gmail.com. Joe Hinker stepping on up here, getting the chance to rock it here for the first time in game number 2. He looks at a runner on first there. Got to try and keep him honest here over there at first. Again, a couple different camera angles here for you, brought to you by the great folks at Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois, as that one sails up too high. Really appreciate everybody tuning in here, as always. It was one of our highest rated marks across our broadcast here in Game 1, so really appreciate that, as that one gets bolted near the dugout, 1-1. So appreciate that, and really, really thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. A whole lot more in store as we continue on. Again, it is Xavier and Wahlert, game number 2 of the Twin Bill. Again, Wahlert took game 1 with 6 runs across the final 3 innings to help themselves with a 7-2 season opening victory. This is game 2 here. Tried to nail the outside corner, no go. Again, Proskovic, the leading strikeout man for this team last year. He already has a couple strikeouts in this game already, but right now, a runner on second. That one gets hit up high. That one's going left field. That one's back. The warning track it goes. What a hit here by Hinker. He almost sent that one packing for a long trip, but in the end, it's allowed out here. Out number one. And now it's a pitcher-on-pitcher matchup. Brandon Kummer stepping on up to the plate. Again, Kummer was one of those, again, real big breakout stars here for Wahlert. We talked about the 74K that he put up there but he also put up 55 total bases across 43 hits. He had 9 extra base hits with 25 runs driven in across the 2024 campaign. And that one gets fouled back. Strike one. Again, these teams have now battled. This, again, would be the 30th time here. Wahlert officially leads the overall series 15-14. Again, they came into the doubleheader all tied up, 14 apiece. Wahlert had, coming into this series, taken the last three out of the last 5. Now they have taken 4 out of the last 6. The 0-2 staying alive there. And Kummer, one of those guys that just an overall season worthy of being recognized, and you can catch that on our position rankings list. Just head on over to rockfin.com and search rankings by class. We also go ahead and look at the top freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So go ahead and take a look at that list and see where all the guys lie. And again, some big names here for the 2025 campaign. That one in there, and Proskovic will pick up his 3rd strikeout of the game, setting down Kummer on 3 strikes. So despite some action there, we now have 2 down. A runner is on first with Nagelmaker. But now we have Carter Brandt stepping on up to the plate, looking to get something rolling here. Brandt went 0 for 2 with a sacrifice RBI in game 1. And once again, that one hit high, and that was out of play. And the 0-2 delivery. That one in the dirt. Nice stop there behind the dish. Again, from Schimberg to Mario, man, they have quite the good defensive backstop there. 1-2 the count. And the delivery, that one is hit high. That one is right side, drift in, but nicely done by Honkamp in there in center. He will trace it down for the out, and that is how we will wrap up this half inning. So despite a runner onto the base pass, nothing going for the Golden Eagles. Through 2, we're empty. It's 0-0 right after this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back as we continue to rock and roll. Thanks again for staying with us and having some fun with us. Again, let us know, give us your comments, thoughts, and more. We'd love to hear from you as we go now into the top of inning number 3. It's still a scoreless ball game here. Up next, Honkamp, Miller, and Brecht for the Xavier Saints. Again, the team that went 21-19 a year ago, an even record in conference play. Again, they still ended up going as deep as they possibly could within what was a strong 2025 season. Made it to the second round of the postseason after defeating Nevada and then lost by 1 run to Marion. Again, a very close game there, and ultimately just shows what this team is capable of year in and year out. And Honkamp is, looking at there. He swings through that one for strike 2. Honkamp with a good fielding play out there in center. And again, 0-2 the count. Now the pitch, that one not quite in there. And the next pitch, that one tails just outside, evens it up here at 2-2. I want to give a shout out to the Batting Donut bat weight to put onto your bats here. Make sure to check the Batting Donut out. They come in 9 ounce and 16 ounce varieties, blue and pink, and yes, they are donut looking. It is a fun way to keep going, a fun way to improve bat speed, bat power, bat path, all of that great stuff. Make sure to check out the Batting Donut today. And that one's in there for strike 3. Nicely done. Honkamp is set down on strikes. That's strikeout number 4 for Kummer here. As now Miller stepping on up for the first time here across this doubleheader. So 1 down. Kummer already 4 Ks here in this one. The pitch. That one sailing just a bit outside. Ball 1. Again, it was a 7-2 win here for the home squad. In terms of Wahlert, they took down the Xavier Saints by that 7-2 mark and the season opener here. Again, great venue here in Dubuque, a fantastic atmosphere here. Despite the weather, got a solid crowd out here today. And Miller will take a healthy hack at that one, but come up empty now. It's 2-1. Brecht on deck. Casey in the hole here for the Saints. That one just off the knees here for strike 2. Evens it up now at 2 apiece. And that one will have to be completed on the other end. And nicely done here as that's another out. And another strikeout here for Kummer. Brecht now up at the plate for his first time here in game number 2 as we take a look across game number 1. Again, he wasn't part of game number 1 offensively, but now gets the chance to do that here. It's a 1-1 count. And the 1-1 delivery. That one, a little Ole out of danger there. Ball 2. And Jack Casey up next. Again, we have an empty score here. Excuse me. And a nice swing through. Could not connect. Almost. That was going to go places if he did. And now we have 2s all across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the top half of inning number 3. Kummer with the windup to set the throw. Tried to get him fishing for that one, but he says, nope, I'm on dry land. I'll keep it right here. So now we've drawn the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Nobody on to the base pass. So far, there has just been 1 base runner throughout this game across both sides. And the 3-2 delivery. That one is shot right side, and that will find its way into the glove in right field. Toll with a nice running catch, and that will wrap up this half of the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the Saints as the fly out to right will now set Xavier up for the top of the lineup in the 4th. But for right now, we've got the bottom half of the inning coming up. It'll be Toll, Schumacher, and Specht when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
I remember personally when I was young watching the guys that were playing sports, basketball, football, wrestling, whatever it was, when they were in high school and just thinking, how great they were and just wanting to be like them when I was older. So yeah, we are definitely always role models for those younger kids, those middle schoolers.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Charlie Toll kicking us off here. Game number 2, bottom of inning number 3 we go. Appreciate coming along for the ride. Tate Proskovic on the mound here for the Saints. He dials that second pitch in there, but not quite in the zone as it evens up at 1 apiece. So again, it's been pretty light for Wahlert so far. There has been a walk, but no hits so far. But the Golden Eagles have been the only team so far in this game, game 2, to put a runner onto the base pass. Again, early on here, still scoreless through 2.5. The pitch. That one nails in there. As you can see a little bit, a zip on that one gets it in there for strike 2. A swing through on that one, and you can see the energy now. That's another strikeout here. Market strikeout number 4 on the day for Proskovic. And now Brody Schumacher stepping on up to the plate, trying to get something rolling for him here in game 2. First time up. He singled in his last time up in game number 1, went 1 for 3 overall in that game. Swings through that one for the strike 1. And this reaching a little bit, and this at bat quickly down 0-2. Dangerous spot to be in when you have Proskovic on the mound. The delivery, and he has him pulling the string there just a bit. Sets him down in 3 pitches, and that's a quick out number 2. So 2 straight strikeouts, 5 on the day here for Proskovic. Brings up the top of the lineup in Will Specht, looking for his first hit here of the 2025 season. Specht, one of the leaders, over 70 total bases last year, just absolutely rocked it across his 2024 campaign. A big reason why this squad made it as far as they did, man. Certainly, you can't be upset by any means. That one on a 2-hopper out there to Casey, the pick fire, and nicely done. Man, he just makes it look easy, doesn't it, folks? That is how we wrap up that half of the inning. And another 1, 2, 3. It's turning out to be the defensive battle that we all thought it might be. We have more coming on up here, and when we do, we'll arrive with the top of the inning, Casey, Driscoll, and Downey, right after this, right here on the IA Baseball Network.
I remember personally when I was young watching the guys that were playing sports, basketball, football, wrestling, whatever it was, when they were in high school and just thinking, I mean, how great they were and just wanting to be like them when I was older. So yeah, we are definitely always role models for those younger kids, those middle schoolers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hey, thanks for joining us. It is game 2 of the doubleheader, season opening edition 2025. Man, appreciate you coming along for the ride. As always, gotta mention to check out what we've got on Rockfin, ROKFIN.com. A chance for you to catch up on all the great content there and beyond. So make sure to hit us up at iBaseball on Rockfin. Again, Brandon Comer on the mound already with a handful of strikeouts himself. And again, we mentioned what he was able to do with the 70-plus last year, and he has certainly proven himself to be one of the premier guys that will be in this league, not just in the conference, but not just in 3A, but he's really proven himself to be something special here. As again, we got a little bit of a look here. Mr. Jack Walsh coming on out to help out. Again, a big-time name across the Wahlert scene. Always a fun atmosphere when he's around for sure. Great to see him and what he was doing at the collegiate level for Co. And again, one of many, many Golden Eagles to have moved on to that next level. So again, Andrew Brown here, happy to be with you. Any more thoughts? Hey, let us know. Hit us up. We want to hear from you. The empty count to Jack Casey starts off 0-1. And Casey was a regular across the base pass in game 1. He even had one of the play of the day and a nice tag, acrobatic tag that is. Lays off that nice breaker and wisely done. You know, in talking with a few people, including Jay Whale, he did mention Jack Casey is one of those guys that, you know, he is going to go places, and he just does so right there because of the patience. He can see the ball pretty well, and I would not be surprised if he ends up high on our list by the time the season is over and said and done with. As that one dialed in there for a strike. But again, hard to lay off what Jack Casey did, but man, when you can tell a guy knows ball, it's hard to deny it. That one's laced up the middle. That will be a base hit here for the Xavier Saints, their first of the game, and that will officially place him right back onto the base pass with another single. Jack Casey cannot be denied, and he will be on first. If you're Wahlert here, man, it is you got to be worried. Casey proved what he was capable of across last year. Again, a really strong campaign for him. Ended up with 13 stolen bases across his junior campaign. That bunt attempt laid foul for strike 1. Again, 13 stolen bases. Only got caught 4 times in that 2024 season. He is certainly one that, again, got some honors, again, from iBaseball and beyond last year, and certainly will look to add to that mark here as he goes into senior season. Driscoll up for his second time up. Struck out his first at-bat last time up. The sky is darkening just a bit here as we're hoping to avoid any rain. As that nicely laid down bunt attempt, and the only play is to first. The speed of Casey makes it impossible to nab him at second, and therefore Driscoll with a successful sacrifice. And now the Saints with a runner in scoring position here with one down. Jack Downey back up to the plate, struck out his first time up. And now a big worry sets in here. You got a speedster on at second. A single, depending on how shallow it may be, could easily score him. That ball gets away. Casey heading on off to throw to third. No go. The ball gets away into the outfield. But in the end, another successful trip onto the base pass here for Casey. Gets the mark here. He heads all the way to third, and a chance to get onto the board here first for the Saints. Again, this is game 2. Game 1 went to Wahlert 7-2. A breaker inside goes too far inside, and now we have a 2-0 count. And the pitch, that one gets hit high, and that will be in shallow territory. Coming on the run, the catch is made. Nicely done by Schumacher in left. Caught it in foul territory, but nonetheless, what that allowed to do is a runner to come on home. And with that, it's a 1-0 advantage early here for the Saints. What a catch out there in left field, a diving stop. So Schumacher, a heck of a play, but then again, a run does come in for the Saints. So Downey with the out. So empty base pass here for Murillo, who has now stepped up already, has a line out under his belt, a big hit. But in the end, looking for his first official hit here in game number 2. The Saints, very scrappy team. Man, can they do a lot, especially with the first, really 1 through 9 in this lineup. Very, very good team in terms of just getting on base, finding a way to connect. And as they have proven here in game 2, a great job at making sure they take the pitches that they can get. Yes, there's been a few strikeouts here, but man, they have been an aggressive team when it comes to the bats. The 2-2, that one falls too far inside, brings it full. And a chance to get another runner onto the base pass here for the Saints. And the 3-2. Too far inside yet again. That draws it. 4 balls, 2 strikes, and a runner onto the base pass. So Murillo has walked. And now Proskovic will be right back up. Last time up, he popped out. Would love to help his own cause here already with his team up by a 1-0 mark. That one shot up the middle. A nice range here by Elbert as he steps on the bag for out number 3. But not before the Saints strike first here in this one. It is now a 1-0 advantage for Xavier as we head into the bottom half of inning number 4. And when we do, it will be 2, 3, 4, Elbert, Ricopoulos, and Nagelmaker right after this.
I remember personally when I was young watching the guys that were playing sports, basketball, football, wrestling, whatever it was, when they were in high school and just thinking, how great they were and just wanting to be like them when I was older. So yeah, we are definitely always role models for those younger kids, those middle schoolers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, some good tunes rocking our way here in between. Tate Proskovic back up on the mound here for the Xavier Saints, and so far he's had a pretty strong outing as he's been rocking it here in this one. Again, looking through the mark here, 5 strikeouts for him. As we get J.P. Elbert back up to the plate, looking for his first hit here in game number 2. And we have had a sighting here, which means we are headed inside into the dugouts here. So we are now officially in a little bit of a weather delay here. We've got more coming around here in just a bit. Unfortunately, that's kind of where you get to. I mean, in the end, you do have to get through a certain mark in the game in order for it to fully count. All right, now we're in limbo at a 1-0 advantage here for the Xavier Saints as they look to split the doubleheader with the Golden Eagles of Wahlert. Again, it was the Golden Eagles to take game 1 by a 7-2 mark. Here we stand in game 2 with a 1-0 advantage for Xavier. It's bottom of the 4th, and we'll be back. We'll return after this right here on the IA Baseball Network.
I remember personally when I was young watching the guys that were playing sports, basketball, football, wrestling, whatever it was, when they were in high school and just thinking, I mean, how great they were and just wanting to be like them when I was older. So yeah, we are definitely always role models for those younger kids, those middle schoolers.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for coming, guys. Wait, this is going to be that's a good point.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are still in a little bit of a weather delay. Looking to see, hopefully we get the weather to kind of split around us here. But we still got more. We still got a whole lot to potentially get through. Again, game one did go in favor of the home team 7-2. We'll look to see what the weather ends up doing here across game number 2. And, man, it's going to be a fun one here. Hopefully we get more game in for you. We would sure love it. It's already a 1-0 lead here for the Xavier Saints. Again, never fun to try and reschedule a lot of these, especially when you try and go out. You'd love to get some of your arms to not kind of wear down or get cold or anything like that. So, again, we will take a quick side note here. But, again, still in a weather delay, and we'll be back. We'll try and get you some more things coming on up here. But I do want to go ahead as I try and bring you into the fold here. I do got something here to tell you about a really, really cool thing, and I urge you to make sure to check that out. And that is right here. We got the baseball donut. I want you to take a look at this really cool thing. It is for baseball bats and baseball bats only, but it is the baseball batting donut. The batting donut. These come in both 9 and 16 ounces. Great chance to help your swing with strength, to help with the bat path, and everything in between. And certainly a lot of fun that you can have with it, because look at it. It comes in both blue and, as you can see, pink. Really fun atmosphere here. Again, the batting donut. Make sure to get those wherever you can. Make sure to check them out today. Really, really fun. Again, like I said, 9 and 16 ounce options for you. A great chance to help your swing and help improve a lot of it while having fun at the same time. So, make sure to check it out. Here's the great packaging for you. The batting donut. Make sure to check that out. Again, both blue and purple, or blue and pink. This is pink, man. Get your both blue and pink options here for you. Again, a great gift. Great stocking stuffer, too. A great one. Again, this is the 16 ounce. Again, the 9 ounce option here. Make sure to check them out. Again, the bat weight that can help out. Make sure, again, this is only for baseball, only for baseball bats. Do not put this on any other bats. Make sure the baseball bat only. All right, we're going to take a break here, and hopefully we will avoid some rain. We'll be back after this.
I remember personally when I was young watching the guys that were playing sports, basketball, football, wrestling, whatever it was, when they were in high school and just thinking, I mean, how great they were and just wanting to be like them when I was older. So yeah, we are definitely always role models for those younger kids, those middle schoolers.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
Athletics and activities have so many positive effects. From learning how to build relationships and healthy lifestyles,
And gain self-esteem and confidence.
Make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
I love doing it. We go to all the state events. We work at all the state events, and you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you, and it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa, which is cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have 2 girls on the board to bring a girl's perspective, because I think it's really important to be very diverse and get different opinions.
I remember personally when I was young watching the guys that were playing sports, basketball, football, wrestling, whatever it was, when they were in high school, and just thinking, how great they were, and just wanting to be like them when I was older. So yeah, we are definitely always role models for those younger kids, those middle schoolers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back into the broadcast. Andrew Brown here with you at A Brown IAB Ball. Make sure to hit me up on Twitter and, of course, on Instagram as well, Facebook, wherever we are. I am as well. So, again, appreciate you coming along for the ride. As, again, I say it once and time again, we need to get through 5 innings in order for this to be a full countable game. We are right now through 3 and, with 3 full innings. We haven't yet completed a third of it yet in terms of the 4th. So 3 full innings on the books. You need 5 to count for the full game. And now we're getting to the point where, man, those arms are getting a little cold, getting a little chilly. And we're continuing to check out on where exactly, as you can see over there, checking to see what's looking like here. Right now we don't have any rain coming down. Again, I'm going to hypothetically knock on wood here, but nothing has come down just yet. The thought process is hopefully we can get something rolling here, although looking a little bleak in terms of getting much going on here. Again, Andrew Brown with you here. I really can attest that, man, this has still been a fun opening day. Hopefully you got the chance to enjoy, just like we did in Game 1. We got the chance to enjoy a really fun game. 7-2 was the final. And again, that was in favor of the Golden Eagles. Now we're going to try and get the chance to catch up with, we're going to try and catch up with some more game action here. Again, we do need a few more innings in order for it to fully count. But again, make sure to check up what we got going on. IA Baseball on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. A lot of cool things there. Just a lot of fun that we like to have, and we get to have, I should say, across the platform. And by the way, if anybody's thinking about some softball kind of thing, if you are thinking that softball would be the avenue that you would want to take, hey, let us know. We would love everybody who is willing to dive into softball. We just started that up this year. Again, kind of a grassroots thing. If you are energetic about the game and you want to be a part of the game, hit us up. We have everything that you would want to do, from broadcasting to stats, graphics, and a whole lot more. We've got you covered. So if you want to join in on the conversation, let us know. We would love and we would be happy to have you. As for now, again, Andrew Brown with you here. We are still awaiting when we'll be able to get back at it if we'll be able to get back at it, I should say. Still a lot in store. We have some other entities. A lot of people have actually already taken themselves out and hit the roads already. I know for this broadcaster, man, I'm going to stick through it unless it rains. You know, I'm going to be like the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm going to run as soon as there's rain. I might melt. It's cold outside too. You don't want it to rain while you're cold. That's not great. Anyway, don't also forget that you can catch us really truly wherever and on rockfin.com, ROKFIN.com. Please consider helping. Consider subscribing to what we do. We do have a subscription part of it in which it helps to do what we're doing right now, bring you what we have now, different camera angles and all these different things. Once we get everything set, it'll be absolutely perfect, and it'll look like you're right in there with it. As you already got a few camera angles here to help out with that. Again, with our home plate cam, and then our side cam. Plenty of chances for you to be a part of that and get involved with that. Man, it truly is fun, and we really appreciate all the support. And any support would be very graciously accepted. But again, please go ahead and help us out. Head on over to rockfin.com, subscribe there, and you know what? As the saying goes, subs eat first. You get the chance to catch up on content that isn't released until later, and you get the first jump on a lot of this stuff. Be ahead of the conversation, because one thing we do is catch up with former players, coaches, other media members to really dive deep into our lists, our class lists from freshmen to seniors, our team rankings, individual position rankings, and a whole lot more. We dive into those, we talk with a lot of people, and we get as much of a holistic approach and view as we can. So please make sure to hit us up, and again, get subscribed there. We really want to hear what you have to say. And again, we would love help in doing what we do and continuing to bring you high level and high caliber productions here at IA Baseball. So you got Coach Halter coming around the corner. Looking like we're still in a delay. And we're still trying to wait this one out here. In the end, you just got to continue to play the waiting game a little bit. We see players kind of looking like they're warming up just a bit, so that may be a good sign. We'll end up seeing what that ends up like. Again, hopefully you are staying safe with the weather here. I know that here in Dubuque, on the home field of the Golden Eagles of Wahlert, so far we have been good weather up to this point. We have staved off a huge cell, so hopefully we continue to stave off that huge cell. So it does look like we may be getting something rolling here. I'll make sure to check on that and more. But, hey, thanks for all those doing the anti-rain dance. It may end up paying off dividends. We'll end up seeing here as we go through. But for right now, we're going to take just a quick break. I'll get the official word and everything, and then we will rock from there right after this here on the IA Baseball Network.
I remember personally when I was young watching the guys that were playing sports, basketball, football, wrestling, whatever it was, when they were in high school, and just thinking, how great they were, and just wanting to be like them when I was older. So yeah, we are definitely always role models for those younger kids, those middle schoolers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and welcome all back. Those of you still remaining with us, appreciate it. It looks like we're going to have a game, or we're going to have something maybe. Potentially. We'll end up seeing how things go. But we are still waiting on an official mark here. But we still have more in store and more to tell you about. But until we get to that, hey, make sure we have a whole lot in store as you head on over to rockfin.com/iBaseball. Plenty of chances for you to catch up on that and more. For right now, ladies and gentlemen, as we get something rolling, we're going to get a final decision here, and then we're going to say either play ball or sayonara, but we'll be right back.
I remember personally when I was young watching the guys that were playing sports, basketball, football, wrestling, whatever it was, when they were in high school, and just thinking, I mean, how great they were, and just wanting to be like them when I was older. So yeah, we are definitely always role models for those younger kids, those middle schoolers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back. And despite the news that I thought was going to come our way, it seems as though this is going to be a wrap here for tonight, as impending weather is just not going to skirt around. It looks like we are officially calling this one here. It is over. We're staking down the tarps, getting everything all set, and that means it's a wrap for us. I want to give a shout out to our Game 1 player of the game, Will Piero. We'll make sure to try and get something with him. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you coming along. Again, this has no makeup date just yet, but we'll look to have more coming on up. Again, please, if you get the chance, give a shout out and more. But it does look as though this will be how we wrap up our time here together. In the end, make sure to check out more great stuff. Head on over to iasports.com. Head on to IA Sports on Rockfin, and many different ways to catch up on what we're doing here. But for right now, we are in limbo. We are going to wrap up our time here as the weather is coming on in. We're going to wrap things up and get on out of here. But want to thank you so very much for tuning into our 2025 season opening broadcast. We will be looking to come your way Wednesday or Friday with a brand new broadcast, so don't go anywhere. Until we see each other next time, folks, thanks for tuning in. Again, Game 1 went to Wahlert 7-2 as they start off the season 1-0. And, of course, Xavier having to go 0-1. And, again, with Game 2, sometime in limbo. With that, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you coming along for the ride, as always. We're going to wrap up our time. And, again, we'll catch you up on the flip side. Thanks again, and stay safe on the base paths.